Mr. By the Mile. This is the Surprise Arizona Sky. So a quick tip, let's not waste time. Here's my load. So if you look at the angle, right? This was a preloaded trailer, and exactly the way you see it now is exactly how I picked it up. So what I did was, when I threw my straps over, I winched on the side with the most gap. So whatever side that the load is kind of like shifted to, like if it's off, go to the opposite of the off side. Okay, so the side with the most gap is where you're gonna winch. See how there's the most gap on the right side, or the passenger side of the trailer? So I winched over there, not over there. Okay, and it didn't move at all. Now another thing, when you're dealing with this stuff, I busted 2 straps back here, and I was confused. I did load checks every, like, first I stopped at about 80 miles, then I stopped at like 150, and then I stopped at like 220, something like that. But I finally figured it out, is that it was busting somewhere over here. I think on here. Okay, so this, like, when you feel it, it doesn't feel sharp, but with the vibration, it becomes very sharp. So I'm gonna walk on the driver's side of the trailer and let you look at my edge protectors, okay? Because I put edge protectors back here too, and it was still busting through, and I'm like, what the hell? So that means it's busting through the edge protector. And what I was thinking, because over here on this back end, it was sticking up more than over there. The straps in the front kind of bent it just a little bit. So I figured, okay, there's not really anything sharp cutting into those edge protectors, right? Here's a look. So what I did was, I used a plastic edge protector instead of cardboard back here, because I figured, well, shit, man, it's cutting through the cardboard too, I guess. Which is a stupid idea, but that's all I could freaking think of. Now, this shipper that I was at, it's in Visalia, California. They don't allow you to get on top of the trailer. It's against the rules. And that's what I'm used to doing, is getting on the trailer and checking everything out and making sure that, you know, I've got everything secured right. But, you know, I just came off of home time. I am a little bit complacent, but, oh man, I was pissed off at myself for that. But, you know, like I said, the straps, there were only 2 back here that were busting. I busted 4 straps, I think it was. No, 3 straps. I busted 3 straps. So it's a 3,000 pound load. I've got, at the time, I had 2, 4, 6, 7 straps in all. And, you know, once I finally figured out that the issue was on the center of the load, everything was smooth sailing after that. But, you know, make sure that you're looking at everything, especially when you guys are picking up that farm equipment. There's loose tires, there's loose, there's moving parts, you know, like the arms for the buckets of heavy machinery, or even light heavy machinery. Like, there's stuff, if it looks like it can swivel, secure it, okay? If it's supposed to move, secure it. If it's got tires, you know, make sure that it's anchored down properly, you know. You can always go an extra mile if you want, and if it's farm equipment that's, you know, still set on its wheels, you know, make sure that that wheel is on that farm equipment securely. You know, check all its nuts and bolts. You know, you're used to doing a pre-trip and making sure that, you know, there aren't any bolts cracked, damaged, you know, that the threads are all in good condition and all that stuff. Make sure the same thing on your load, because If that shit comes off, man, that's on you, you know, that's on me. So you've really got to get on top of these loads, get on that deck and look in and out, up, down, and around. Okay, check everything at all times. And I wasn't really worried about, you know, forward and backward movement. I mean, this is a light load. I had far more than enough securement. You know, I had 7 times 5, 35,000 pounds of securement on a 3,000 pound load. So there's no such thing as too much securement. But, you know, look at that bulkhead. You know? I got nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. All I got to do is drive safely. And that's it, you know. Drive safely, make sure it's secured properly. But learn from my mistake, man, you know. Especially when you're coming off of home time, it's easy to get complacent. Like I say, you guys, you know, I don't know everything, but little things that I start finding out along the way, and I mean, this is common sense, you know, this isn't rocket science, but it's easy to miss stupid things. It's really easy to miss stupid things, and they become stupid when you miss them, you know. When you nail them and you get everything right, it's just common sense. But there's just going to be stuff that you're not going to see. So no matter how many years that you have in the job, always ask, you know, these guys that are loading your trailer, you know, for advice. Like, they watch these guys secure these loads all the time. If you got a trucker next to you, ask him about it, man. Be like, hey man, what could go wrong here? What could I miss? What do you suggest? You know, that's always what I ask. Anyways, you guys, Mr. By the Miles is your home for discussions based on my knowledge and experience in trucking the red pill and survival. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something from it. Hope it helped. Take care, stay safe. All you truckers out there, new and veteran. See you on the road, man.